It's official. The Modi-Xi Putin bonhomie at the SCO Summit in Tianjin has got Donald Trump sweating. In a late-night social media post, Trump declared, and I quote, "Looks like we've lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China." And in true Trump style, he added a sarcastic wish, may the three countries have a prosperous future. Donald Trump's comments comes right after viral visuals of Xi Jinping playing the perfect host to Prime Minister Modi and President Putin at the SCO Summit in Tianjin. Now, this is not just another Trump rant. Analysts are calling it his sharpest acknowledgement yet that India, Russia and China, three big Asian powers, are coming closer. And India's response, a dignified silence. Zero reaction to Trump's post so far. For decades, Washington's big bet has been India, the democratic counterweight to autocratic China. Republicans, Democrats, everybody has quoted New Delhi. Remember the Howdy Modi rally in Houston in 2019? Trump on stage with Modi, waving to tens of thousands of Indian Americans. He also revived the Quad with Japan and Australia, again with the clear aim of ring-fencing China. Not just Trump 1.0, all the US presidents since the days of George Bush Sr. to Joe Biden invested heavily in developing ties with India, keeping in mind its geostrategic and political influence. As a result, New Delhi moved closer to America, even signed several defense deals with the US, significantly increased the purchase of military hardware to try and reduce its dependence on traditional partner Russia. India even joined hands with Japan to advocate maritime rights and free movement in the South China Sea. It also developed defense ties with the Philippines and went to the extent of supplying BrahMos missiles to Beijing's adversary. And then came Trump 2.0 and his allegation that India is the Maharaja of tariffs, not understanding the realities of a nation with 1.4 billion people. Then there's also the issue of Trump insisting on having mediated the India-Pakistan ceasefire, a claim that New Delhi has outrightly rejected. Inasmuch, Trump single-handedly managed to smash the brewing India-US romance, and his advisor Peter Navarro just scattered the pieces of that relationship all over the Atlantic. So if India is hedging its bets and moving towards China, then it's thanks to Mr. Trump and his bullying tactics. Now, officially, India's Ministry of External Affairs declined to comment on Trump's late-night post. But New Delhi didn't stay entirely quiet. It took aim at Trump's aide, Peter Navarro, the man who has practically made India bashing a side hustle. Navarro recently called the Russia-Ukraine war Modi's war. Yes, you heard that right. His logic, India's Russian oil purchases are bankrolling Putin's military machine. He also claimed India could get a 25% tariff relief if it stopped buying cheap Russian crude. But that wasn't all. Navarro accused India of being the Maharaja of tariffs and running a laundromat for the Kremlin. New Delhi shot back, dismissing his comments as inaccurate and misleading. At the same time, India kept the big picture intact, stressing that India-US ties remain comprehensive and global. Now let's talk about why the Tianjin summit was so symbolic. This was Prime Minister Modi's first visit to China in 7 years. Remember, the two countries were at daggers drawn after the 2020 Galwan clash. And yet, there he was, sitting across the table from both President Xi and President Putin. The message that India will pursue strategic autonomy, not bandwagon with any single bloc, not even the West. Meanwhile, Trump's actions aren't exactly helping. Since coming back to power, he has slapped India with combined tariffs of 50%, one of the steepest on any partner. And what's Trump's charge sheet on India? That India benefits too much from US trade. India buys too much oil and weapons from Russia. And of course, India does too little business with the United States. On oil, Trump has been especially blunt, saying India is financing Moscow's war machine. India's counterpoint has been that if cheap Russian crude is such a sin, why not call out Europe and China too? After all, they're still importing far more Russian energy in India. We don't see any tariffs or any such steep tariffs on China or Europe. So where does this leave us? Trump is rattled. India is sticking to strategic autonomy, and the SCO Summit has just underlined how comfortable Modi, Xi and Putin look together despite all the fault lines. The big takeaway: Washington's pressure may only be reinforcing what India has been saying all along. We will decide our partnerships on our terms, not yours.